Eileen, I asked you to show us the earliest piece and to give us sort of a sense of your development as an artist. And you said this was one of two earlier pieces. So I wonder if you can talk us through it just a little bit.
This is a piece I created called Vishuddha, and it is about the Vishuddha chakra, which is all about expressing yourself. And I was fascinated by a couple of elements. There's numbers involved, and so the flower and leaves express the number concepts that are part of the understanding about the Vishuddha chakra. I love the Sanskrit letters, and that's a good example of just a shape that's cool that I wanted to get into the quilt. But this is an early example of one of my favorite things to do, which is to use a lot of recycled fabrics. These are scrap fabrics that I've dyed, that have come from the thrift store, etc., etc. And I like to create a heavily textured background with an exciting collage element on top of the heavily textured background. And it includes some of the things that I do to get things where I want artistically, which is if a square of fabric is not exactly the color that I want, I am not above getting out a fabric marker and coloring it in until I've got it exactly the way I want it.
So do you look back at this and what do you see now compared to when you were initially creating it, right? Is this, maybe this isn't one of those early transition pieces, but it is an earlier work.
It's a transition in that I probably use images now that have more personal meaning to me. Everybody loves to work with flowers. There's nothing wrong with working with flowers, but does the flower have a personal meaning to me? Not so much. And as I moved along with my work, I started to use more and more symbols that weren't just interesting to me, but really mean something to me.
I get it. Thank you.